Have you ever had that feeling that you're not where you should be in life? You should be better, greater, more successful. You should have more by now, especially because you've been doing all that personal growth, all that development, all that manifesting, all those inner work, and you feel like life is not rewarding you for everything. If you feel like you're falling behind, it's not happening. And this is something that, I talk to a lot of people, and I feel like it's a common theme. It's something like where people hit that plateau and they feel like, I'm doing all that inner work, I should be getting more, I should be getting all the reward, I should be getting like all the things that have been promised to me, and yet I'm falling behind. I feel like nothing is really changing, I'm stagnating. And I wanted to bring this video because I feel like there is something that we really have to understand in this process, and that often makes a big difference. We have to understand that life always gives us the opportunity to break through, to quantum leap, to change timeline, to change our life, right? And often this happens through events that we perceive as being negative, bad, or challenges, or unwanted. And so our initial response when those events tend to happen is like, why the F is it happening again? I thought I'm done with that. I've been visualizing, I've been doing all my things. Why is this happening again? And this is the first pitfall, is that in that response, who you're being, who you're demonstrating, your attitude, your thoughts, your energy shows that you haven't changed. So life then asks the question, if you keep showing me that you haven't changed, your attitude, your response to life when things don't go the way you want, if you haven't changed, why should your life change? And this is an important question, because sometimes this can be a very difficult question to enter, to listen to, and to accept. It's like, well, I've been doing everything, like I'm trying hard, and this is happening. So when we're in that blame, or worse, when we go even deeper into the victim mentality, we can really be stuck and defensive and judgmental and close to listening to what is really the truth here that will help us finally break through and quantum leap. The reality is that when those little tests, I call them tests, life tests you, life gives you an opportunity, life gives you a challenge to be like, I'm going to demonstrate that I have changed, I have evolved, I have graduated who I used to be. And now when these things happen again, even though they're unwanted, even though it's not what I desire, I'm going to show up as a different person. This is how you win the test, and this is when you open up the gate to the next level. But as long as you bring the old energy, the old thought, the old response, the old reaction, the old animosity and anger and worry and blame and victim consciousness, you keep on demonstrating that you haven't changed, which will only fuel the frustration of not seeing what you want, which will only mess up everything, making you feel like you're falling behind, making you feel like you're not there. And when you start to focus on that, guess what? You're still demonstrating that you haven't changed. So it can be really difficult, but life as a mirror really holds back to you yourself, who you are. Because in the moment where you're exploding, or where you let that anger or that anxiety out, you have to take responsibility that, okay, I chose consciously or subconsciously to respond that way. So the learning opportunity for graduation here, to go to the next level, to really break free from that, is to take every single one of those tests and to really react and to really respond in a new way. Because in that way, you demonstrate that you are done with the old way, and doesn't matter what happened. It's not about the event, it's not about the outcome, it's not those things that will control who I am. It's me. But as long as it's the other way around, as long as all those events and all those things have power over me, and I keep going back into the victim, into the anger, into the anxiety, into the worry, I keep showing up in the old way. So I really hope that this makes sense, because I see this pitfall over and over and over again. When things are easy, when you're manifesting and creating things and having synchronicity, and you're just on that row of like, well, all is well, all is beautiful, it's easy to appreciate and feel like you're growing, because on some level you're never stagnating. Life is dynamic, You have the perception of it because you just focus on certain things that are not happening, which again shows you that you're still focusing on lacking certain things in order to feel fulfilled, in order to feel grateful, in order to feel alive or good enough or whatever it may be. So all of that shows you that your pattern of thinking is still demonstrating that you're not there yet. But when you can come to a place and a conclusion that, oh, okay, I see it now, I see it clearer every time, I see it better every time, and then choose to change your focus, choose to respond a different way, choose. And especially in those moments when things are not working out for you, when you didn't get what you want, when you didn't get the expectation that you want, in those moments, to demonstrate through your experience that you're no longer the same person, because this is really when you integrate that lesson and you demonstrate completely on a different level energetically how much you've changed and grown and evolved. And so then life will reflect that back to you. So it's in those moments that it matters the most. It's actually not in the meditation chair when things are easy and so on, but it's in life when you're met with those opportunities. Keep in mind, stay awake, stay aware, and keep choosing the person that you need to be to create the reality that you want. I hope this makes sense. Let me know what you think down in the comment. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Be well.